Messiah Berlin, a prominent figure in the 20th century political philosophy, changed the discourse on freedom with his 1958 lecture, The Two Concepts of Liberty. His distinction between positive and negative liberty has since become central when debating democracy, autonomy, and also the limits of state power. This video delves into these two compelling visions, their impact on society, and the balance that is required to maintain true freedom. Negative liberty is understood as the absence of external constraints on an individual's ability to act. It answers the question, how far am I free from external obstacles or coercion? Berlin presents it as a sphere where individuals operate without external interference, particularly from the state. This notion of liberty is central to classical liberalism, which emphasizes limited government intervention and individual rights. Think John Locke. On this, Berlin writes, "If I am prevented by others from doing what I could otherwise do, I am to that degree unfree. And if this area is contracted by other men beyond a certain minimum, I can be described as being coerced, or it may be enslaved." Berlin thinks that negative liberty is instrumental in ensuring political freedom because it safeguards individuals from arbitrary authority. It allows for pluralism where individuals pursue diverse goals without being subject to an overarching doctrine that dictates their lives. Examples of negative liberty include freedom of speech, freedom of association, and freedom from coercion. At the same time, he is clear to state how not everything which stands in your way may be called negative liberty. It is only when what disables you comes from another human being that it is so. He writes, "Coercion implies the deliberative interference of other human beings within the area in which I could otherwise act. You lack political liberty or freedom only if you are prevented from attaining a goal by human beings. Mere incapacity to attain a goal is not lack of political freedom." However, Berlin acknowledges that negative liberty is not absolute. The presence of laws and social norms, while restricting certain freedoms, is necessary for maintaining order and preventing individuals from infringing on others' liberties. The challenge then lies in balancing state authority and individual autonomy. Positive liberty, on the other hand, is concerned with self-mastery and the ability to act according to one's rational will. It answers the question, who governs me, rather than how far am I free? This notion of liberty is often associated with autonomy, self-determination, and collective control over political and societal structures. The positive sense of the word liberty derives from the wish on the part of the individual to be his own master. Positive liberty implies that individuals are free only when they act according to their rational higher selves, rather than being enslaved by ignorance, desires, or societal pressures. This idea is rooted in the philosophical traditions of Rousseau, Kant, and Hegel, among others, who argue that true freedom involves aligning one's actions with reason rather than mere impulse or external influence. So, for example, here's a trivial example, but it works. You've eaten 5 biscuits, and your desire is to eat yet another one. Your higher rational self realizes that eating more probably hurts your health, and so you avoid doing it. While positive liberty has the potential to foster personal and collective self-realization, Berlin cautions against its potential for authoritarianism. The concept of a rational higher self can easily be co-opted by political ideologies that claim to know what is best for individuals, thereby justifying coercion in the name of freedom. This can lead to what Berlin calls the tyranny of the rational will, where a ruling elite or an ideological movement dictates the conditions of true freedom, often at the expense of the individual's liberties. For it is this, the positive conception of liberty, not freedom from, but freedom to lead one prescribed form of life, which the adherents of the negative notion represent as being at times no better than a specious disguise for brutal tyranny. Berlin cites totalitarian regimes, such as the Soviet Union under Stalin and Nazi Germany, as examples where positive liberty has been distorted into a justification for oppression. In Stalinist Russia, the government claimed to act in the name of collective freedom, while suppressing dissent and controlling nearly every aspect of life. Similarly, in Nazi Germany, they imposed a totalizing ideology that defined individual freedom as submission to the collective will. In such systems, individuals are seen as free only when they conform to the collective good, as defined by the state. So Berlin doesn't completely reject positive liberty, but he insists that it must be approached cautiously. While negative liberty safeguards individuals from external constraints, positive liberty can provide the moral and psychological foundation for personal and social fulfillment. He argues a balance between the two is necessary to ensure a free and just society, where individuals have the autonomy to pursue their own goals, while also having access to the resources and opportunities needed for meaningful self-development. A well-regulated market economy that ensures economic freedom while providing social safety nets exemplifies this balance. Additionally, democratic institutions that both protect individual rights and encourage civic engagement serve as mechanisms for maintaining this equilibrium. And so a purely negative conception of liberty may run the risk of leading to social inequality and the neglect of individuals who lack the means to exercise their freedom. On the other side, an unchecked emphasis on positive liberty risks leading to paternalism and authoritarian control. Basically, the I know you better than yourself, therefore I know what you need, so follow my lead without questioning it. Okay, so to quickly recap, Isaiah Berlin's distinction between negative and positive liberty provides a great framework for understanding political freedom. Negative liberty focuses on freedom from external constraints. Positive liberty emphasizes self-mastery and fulfillment. However, Berlin warns against the dangers of positive liberty when it is used as a justification for coercion. A well-functioning society, according to him, must thus balance these two forms of liberty, ensuring that individuals are free both from external oppression and empowered to lead meaningful lives. And I think that's it. Hopefully this breakdown helped you understand how one might see liberty from a new perspective. If you have any questions or thoughts on the ideas in this video, I'd love to have a conversation about it in the comments. I'll make sure to reply as soon as possible. Other than that, thanks for stopping by, have a great day, and see you next time.